work review.
The man who attacked former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's 84-year-old husband with a hammer will be resentenced due to a court error. That story from Phil Hewlett.
The judge who sentenced David DePape last Friday to 30 years in prison says she made an error by not giving him a chance to speak in court. DePape broke into the Pelosi home in the San Francisco Bay Area nearly 2 years ago. Police body cam video captured DePape striking Paul Pelosi with a hammer. The resentencing is set for May 28th. I'm Phil Hewlett.
A Massachusetts theater is apologizing over the behavior of actor Richard Dreyfuss at a special screening of Jaws over the weekend. Dreyfuss reportedly ranted about women in film, the Me Too movement, and transgender kids, prompting some in the audience at the Cabot Theater to walk out. After the event, the Cabot issued a statement of regret over the actor's comments, saying his views do not reflect their beliefs. You're listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
With SRN News, I'm Tasha Stevens. A series of powerful storms in the central and southern U.S. over the Memorial Day holiday weekend killed at least 23 people. At a news conference, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear said powerful storms battered the state over the weekend.
Communities across Kentucky experienced storms that produced strong winds, multiple tornadoes, hail in some places. The storm knocked out power for thousands of Kentuckians, temporarily shut down numerous roads and interstates, and caused massive damage to homes and businesses.
The destructive storms caused deaths in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kentucky. At least 5 people in Kentucky died from the storms. Louisville resident Jim Martin told WHAS-TV that his daughter, son-in-law, and granddaughter were stuck in a car when the storms hit.
Trees were going down left and right, and a hot wire came down, got stuck in their wheel well. They made it out, but they had to drive through the grass of the church.
Also at srnnews.com, authorities say a Massachusetts man claiming to be a woman wearing a wig will be arraigned today on multiple.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
Intent to murder. Correspondent Jennifer.
Hope you're doing good, my friend.
Recovering with non-life-threatening injuries. Police in Massachusetts were called to a movie theater Saturday evening in Braintree after a man entered the theater without pain, then stabbed 4 girls ages 9 to 17 without warning and ran away. Police identified his vehicle on surveillance footage, and it was spotted at a McDonald's in Plymouth about 27 miles away, where a man and woman in their 20s were found stabbed. State police caught up through a visit in his vehicle in Sandwich, another 20 miles south, and tried to pull him over before the vehicle crashed. The suspect is also being treated for injuries and faces multiple charges, including assault with intent to murder. I'm Jennifer King.
This is SRN News. RyanNews.com.
Okay, so Domino's Perfect Combo includes 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2 liter of Coke. Today we're on the street.
Awesome to hear, my friend. Awesome to hear. Hope you had a great weekend off. Had a great Memorial Day weekend off.
What if I told you that this Domino's Perfect Combo is only $19.99? Shut the back door. It's Domino's Perfect Combo, and it's all just $19.99.
Where can you be a star athlete?
Turtles got it 100%. Woohoo! I was a He-Man guy, but the Turtles were awesome. How are you? Wisem? W-A. Sing. Wising. How are you this morning, my friend? Turtles were cool. Yes, they were. Nobody says He-Man. Come on, do one He-Man just for me. All the other ones were great, too. I love the Transformers.
Same great taste. The best chicken around. Fish dinners. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to the former location.
Yep, I had a long weekend. It was Memorial Day weekend here in the States. So I actually decided to take yesterday off.
We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowreaforce.
Like, share, subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook.
Oh, I'm sure you are tired.
Hello, this is Barry Johnson's 2 cents on the economy today. Now, as you probably know, they are wrangling over the budget there in Washington, and the discussions are getting very heated. They claim there is nothing they can cut because they have cut everything to the bone. I find that kind of amazing. The Pentagon is audited every year. In fact, they've had 5 audits, and they have failed all 5. In the last audit, it's kind of interesting. There was $220 billion that they could not find. They have no idea where the money went. They said, well, that's not really a whole lot of money in perspective, but it actually represents, and they have to start paying attention to cost. And that is Barry Johnson.
Perry Johnson.
For your 2 cents, go to PerryJohnson2cents.com.
Enjoy the views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of
Happy birthday to your uncle.
or his clientele.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be from. It's a Twisted Tuesday. We go inside the movie reviews. We go to the movies with Shane B, the final period, and the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard is lighting up, but we got news for you and more. Let's kick it off. Period number 1. Who am I? I'm Rhino Radio, Penitentiary, the one, the only Rhino Neal, and of course, I'm the game for sure. 50,000 plus of you worldwide know it's right on the Shoutcast, shout it out loud, across the Rhino Radio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally, ladies and gentlemen, across 99.1 FM WQEE, the real key. We are the talk of Atlanta, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and much, 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 much more. Laying the smackdown on all their candy, you know what's. It's the Rhino Radio Penitentiary on a Twisted Tuesday. Welcome in here on the YouTube page as well. Like, subscribe, and share. Follow and help out on the patreon.com/Rhino Radio. And to my haters, well, I got one thing to say to you, haters. Whether they like it or not, I am the man around here. What's up? How you guys doing, Marcus? Dem or Republican? Neither. I'm an independent, straight-edge independent skeptic. I lay the smackdown on them all because both sides are full of, well, people would think things are real or they're not real. So sorry, neither side. Oh, he says, thank God. Thank you there, Don. He's like, finally, somebody that's not on either side. Finally, like the rest of the world. Yeah, exactly. He didn't say all that. He just said, thank God. TYD, what's up? What you doing, my brother? The Turtle's got his 100%. We got a great group of guys and gals coming on. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll give you some headline news this morning. Coming up in the next couple of hours, we're going to have 2 great guests. So we'll get you as much news out there as we can. We're going to talk about updates coming up. What's up, Logan Paul Jr.? How you doing, U.S. champion? But Logan Paul didn't win over the weekend, did he? Not at all. Anyway, we're going to talk about the government of Spain, their thoughts on recognizing Palestine as a state. We'll get you some additional information. We got a crazy Tennessee man that locked up an African-American man and his wife and child, which were Asian, because he didn't like the way they looked. He blocked them in their house. I'm going to come get you, brother. Then I hear something about Kyle Rittenhouse telling Native Americans to get off their land. I got a lot of Native American listeners here. Sweetly. What do you think? Never mind. I'm not going to get into that. Government is a scam. There you go, brother. I like Don. I can't shout out your uncle because that would be something that would get me a $1,500 fine on the radio. We're real radio, so yeah, unfortunately. We'll talk about all this, plus we'll go inside the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard. Richard Holdridge, he and I are going to discuss UFL football. The Stallions losing this past weekend. They lost the first game of the season against the Brahmas. I guess the Brahmas got a little bit of that rock in them, you know what I'm saying, since the Rock did create that. Did WWE email me back? No, they have not, unfortunately. Native Americans need to get out of this country and go back to their own country, right? Is that what you're saying? My mom and daddy are cousin Leroy, and we just don't understand that. The Top Gun, what's up, Top G? I'm going to call him the Top Gun. The Top Gun is in the house. Thundercats. We'll get into all that stuff. Plus, we got sports. We'll talk movies with Shane B and more. Which of these, our poll question this morning, which of these after-school TV shows did you guys watch every day? 19% got He-Man. That was my favorite one. 50% Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle Power. Love that show, too. 19% went to the Transformers. Another one I love. Transformers. More than meets the eye. And Thundercats. 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 Oh, 12% of the votes. You know, as you notice, I've seen all of those shows. I can't. It's hard to. It's hard. Mass Transformers. Yeah, there you go. I love He-Man, so I picked it. I watched WWE when I get home from school. There you go. Transformers, robots in disguise. More than meets the eye. Oh yeah, man, Johnny. Good Lord, the New York Rangers going to win Lord Stanley this year. And know it. You know it. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Johnny. I predicted the Florida Panthers, but good Lord almighty. Them Rangers, man, they're nothing to sneeze at. So, and Dallas is doing pretty good against the Oilers. I was hoping to see the Oilers take on the Panthers, but the series is not over yet. We'll see. Thundercats, G.I. Joe. I didn't put G.I. Joe in there, but that one goes along with the Transformers. Inspector Gadget. Yo, Joe. J.E., Johnny, good morning, you guys. You were a Top G. That's cool. That's the Top Gun right there. Like, share, and subscribe to the radio station page, please. Get it up going. We appreciate you guys being with us on this early morning hour. And wherever you may be, morning, noon, night, wherever you may be hanging out with us, we appreciate you on the YouTube there. Happy birthday going out to you guys. To you birthdays. Coming up, we're going to get into a couple of different things. Spider-Man and Friends with Firestar and Iceman. I remember that one too. And then Super Friends were the main Super Friends. And then they had I used to love the Native American Indian guy that could grow to a giant. I thought that was cool. Sweet Leaf, what's up? Channel 4, New York City. New York City, I love it. We got ourselves J.E. from New York. Got to get this radio show on in New York on a radio station. That's it. Logan Paul Jr. says, got his head knocked off over the weekend, didn't he? Ooh. Well, just to give a short update there before we head into any headline news for you wrestling fans. Oh, man, what a weekend it was. You had two big wrestling shows, King and Queen of the Ring, and then the Double or Nothing, which both shows are pretty good. I got to give credit where credit's due, too. Cody Rhodes kept his belt over U.S. champion Logan Paul, but that was the best match of the night. And all the matches were good. Gunther winning over Randy Orton to be King of the Ring. I told you guys that was going to happen, but it was kind of a heel thing. And Liv Morgan gets the title from Becky Lynch, and last night she kisses Dominic Mysterio. Mysterio accidentally helped her. So let's just come to the main things. Nia Jax's Queen of the Ring. And it was a good night there as they get ready to head into another pay-per-view. Also, Will Ospreay's wants to be world champion. He's the international champion in defeating Roderick Strong. You had Juice Robinson return to help the Bang Bang Gang against the Death Triangle to keep the trios title. Tony Storm went face, defeating Serena Dobbs. Boring match. Cassidy beats Trent. Chris Jericho retains the FTW Championship. Big Bill and Brian Keith help him over Hook and Shabbat. John Moxley keeps his match, wins his match, TNT title on the line. Cage match, best match of the night for you wrestling fans. Edge, who's there, brought his brood back, came out to Slayer, raying in blood. Darkness to take on the House of Black in a cage match. Malachi Black, House of Black come out, they attack, and Gangrel comes back in. So there you go. And Adam Copeland keeps the belt. TBS title went to Mercedes Moné, won over Willa Nightingale. Willa Nightingale, of course, got attacked by her friends. The Elite defeated Team AEW. Jack Perry, Whoop-de-Doo, got set on fire. And Swerve Strickland beat Christian Cage. So there you go. What's up, Aloha? How you doing this morning? X-Man 92, 97. Oh, yeah, Johnny, that's a good one. It's probably my favorite cartoon, Laugh Out Loud. That's a good one there. J.E., I miss the old wrestlers, Paul Orndorff, British Bulldog, Macho Man, King Kong Bundy. I remember those days too. Brother, what you gonna do? Back when Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan. Also, I loved it. I kind of, that was when I was a kid, but when the 90s came around, the NWO and DX, that became my heroes. And then I'm like, now I can't act like that because I got a lot of kids that watch me today. I started thinking, I can't say. I got 2 words for you. Which of these after school TV shows did you guys watch every day? Now, I probably watched all of them over my lifetime, but every day I remember coming home from school in South Carolina to watch He-Man. 20% of the votes there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles leading the pack right now, 43%. I watched, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossed over with Batman one time recently. They made a great series with that. Batman's another one. I love the Super Friends. I love Transformers. I love them, 24% of the votes. My brother loved G.I. Joe, so we watched both Transformers and G.I. Joe. Joe. And Thundercats got 14% of the votes. Love them too. Brave Star was another one, if you guys remember that one. Aloha, yeah, I'm doing better, thank God, for helping me get out over this asthma attack and sickness that I had for 2 weeks, man. Now I'm off my lazy ass and working out, getting myself back into shape. There you go. We need Aloha to be in the ring sometime so that he can help out Logan Paul Jr. there to get his future going. Yeah. I wasn't even born when X-Men was released yet. Still watched reruns as much as I can. I wasn't either. I don't think. Wait a minute. When did X-Men come out? It was after that. Yeah, I was probably born, sorry. I want to make myself younger, guys. Sorry. So, wrestling fans, there you go. All right, let's do a little news. You can hit the news music. Headline news. We're going to get deeper into this story. Maybe going in the next hour. Arizona boy recovers from a rare black bear attack. Virginia tech firm faces penalties for whites-only job posting. What? What year is this? I thought it was 2024, not 1964. A dozen dead in central U.S. as several weather threats going throughout the Memorial Day weekend. We'll tell you what happened there. North Korea says rocket launch failed due to an explosion. And ladies and gentlemen, the IDF is investigating reports of a strike and a fire that spread into a camp that displaced more Palestinians. The military said it's investigating and is committed to seeing this through to conclusion. Death toll up to 45 there. And the government of Spain has came into a few things, ladies and gentlemen. On Tuesday, formally recognized in Palestine as a state, President Pedro Sanchez said, attracting a strong rebuke from Israel. Sanchez made the announcement in a recorded statement. Speaking in English, he described the move as historic and a single goal of achieving peace between Israel and Palestine. I know they're trying their hardest. It's just going to always be the way it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. The recognition of state of Palestine is not only a matter of historic justice with legitimate aspirations for Palestinian people, it's also a urgent need, he said. It's the only way towards the only possible solution to achieve a future peace, that of the Palestinian state that can coexist along the state of Israel in peace and security, he said. So there you go. My name is Mud says F Palestine, and that's fine. You're gonna let them say that. This is freedom of speech in my page. You can agree with it, or you can disagree with it. But I'm gonna tell you something. As an American, I'm gonna tell you from my point of view. I only know what I see and what I do, what they tell me. I'm not gonna sit here and go, well, I'm on this side. I'm on Israel's side because Israel is God's chosen people, and that's our allies in the United States. But I do not want to see Palestinian people killed. So, but people that live in those areas, they have strong feelings. And you know what? They deserve their opinions on that. I can't tell none of those people in Israel or Palestine how to live, which we try to do that because, in America, we try to tell everybody how to live. Good seeing you too, Noble Scrolling Traveler. And then one person says they do love Palestine, upper tile. And there you go. Wow, man, you're letting people on different points of view and they're not killing each other? People don't believe that we all get along better because we can debate. My name is, I'm not for Israel either. So he don't like either one of them. So he must be closer to that area and everything, understand some things that's going on. Like I said, I'm never going to tell people their feelings in Israel and Palestine because that live there. Not from America, because I know how I feel in America about what I feel, but I can't tell them how to feel. I just can report on it. Don't have, let's see. Don't have the Israel-Palestine debate. Nope, we're not going to do that, brother. And you have that right. Not Jewish, but Zionist. He don't. And I'm that's the first time I've ever heard that. I've not heard that, but I understand what that. USA, there you go. My name is Mud. My name is Mud. Is that from the Primus song? Speed Racer, yes, I do, Lyric. Speed Racer is awesome. You know, that new Cartoon Network from Me TV Tunes is coming out with all those on it. So there you go. Take me to Texas, said Upper Tail. My name is Mud, throwing up the signs. Yeah, that's what it's from. He's like, this guy knows who Primus is. All right, we'll get into a couple other things after the break, but first, 23 minutes past the hour, 66 degrees under beautiful clear skies out there and the sun is shining. Yeah, your time and temperature in the metro Atlanta area brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or good things at all. Mike and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Guys, General Hospital actor Johnny Wachter fatally was shot in L.A. after a vehicle being attempted to be stolen on Saturday. He tried to stop. LAPD did not initially came out the name of the victim, but also they were looking for the shooter. Pronounced dead at the hospital. No arrests have been made in that situation. Ooh-wee. I did hear that, Upper Till. Y'all know that Egyptians are the first to grow lettuce in the 700 AD. I did hear something about that in my history class. I know back in the day, they used to teach us everything. They didn't take things out because it would hurt our feelings. That's why Generation X is just like grumpy and hates the generation before them. I mean, not really hates them, just like, oh, whatever. I don't care about the generation before me or after. Why do you think we watch DX do? Second. We were made to learn everything. But yeah, I appreciate that. You know that tomatoes were first weed-like plants that grew on the Andes Mountains. I didn't know that, though. Guess the rest of my emoji. Put it in there, guys. You play with our friend. There you go. All right, we're going to talk about this 15-year-old in just a few moments. But storms killed at least 23 people in multiple states: Texas, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Virginia, and Arkansas. I wonder why those states were particularly hit. but maybe all the racist stuff that's out there. People don't want to hear it, but it's probably true. I gave this man a nice offer, and he ignores the heck out of me. Well, did I ignore you, noble scroll troll traveler? Sorry, brother. There's so many people popping up. What'd you do? I apologize if I ignored something. Good morning. Oh, it was a great Memorial Day. No, we don't say that, Skippy. You got to get out of here. We're not racist. Only ignorant racist hillbillies that are inbred say that. Man, I wanted everything to be white. So we don't say that, Skippy. You can skip on out of here, Skippy, with your skippity-doo-dah. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yay. My name is Skippy because my mama couldn't really say my name. They gave me a name that I couldn't understand, so they got to call me Skippy. It's hard to say names like John or Zach, so they had to call me Skippy. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? Round one, you guys guessed Logan Paul Jr.'s wrestler. King Booker, I'm just kidding. Upper Tile says they were taken to Egypt by a bunch of who? North European took the curse. Ah, really? That's cool. Upper Tile's giving us some information too. I got to tell everybody that comes in that wants to be wannabe trolls, you're probably in the wrong place. My listeners eat trolls for breakfast. Nom, nom, nom. Put a little sugar and milk on this. Gold dust. Upper Tile said France was a really nice country up until racism reached it. You know, it's sad. It's sad. A lot of people think I'm being mean about the whole thing, but Texas, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Virginia, and Arkansas were hit over the weekend. And we're going to talk about something that happened in Virginia. White's only job after the break. I'm trying to figure out what year we're living in. Oh, man, we got to go back to the old ways, man. You just don't want to be racist there. No, man, the Native American Navajo Nation is going to take back over. You guys are going to be all in trouble. Best show in the 90s is probably Hey Arnold. Yeah, Hey Arnold. I remember that one. But we'll talk about a few things coming up in just a few sports and movie reviews. Which of these after-school TV shows that you guys watch every day? 42% are saying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtle Power. And then Transformers, Thundercats, and my show He-Man, all at 19% of the votes. Keep voting, guys, and keep dropping in there. Zach said he likes Hey Arnold. I like that one. Hey Arnold. You know, some of the best 90s. I remember when they redid the Ghostbusters. I didn't even put Power Rangers in there, but there's like a million different Power Rangers. But the original Power Rangers. Nobody brought that up yet, but the original Power Rangers. New top 10 movies coming up for you in final period. Plus, we're going to talk about the NBA college basketball legend passing away. We'll get into that inside period number 2 as we head to the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard with our man, the one, the only, Richard Holdridge, our sports analyst. And in the final period, Shane B and I are going to talk movies. It's not gold dust. Ooh, I got it wrong. Back in a moment. Guys, keep voting. Which of these after school? The original Power Rangers. Woohoo, yeah. The original Power Rangers. Which of these after school shows did you watch every day? 19% going to He-Man, Transformers, and Thundercat, and 44% Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jack, I oiled up already for you. I did that before I came on. Sorry, buddy. Back in a moment. Stay tuned. More Rhino Radio Penitentiary after this. We're putting you in lockdown. Sorry. Gold dust, the only one I can think of.
Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those weather spreaders. We do things all. Mike and the crew keep stirring and let us smack down for you. 34 General Street in Newton. Some clouds of
Jack always comes in and does that. Jack's cool. We already ran Skippy off. He skipped off. I'm skipping off the scoop. Leave it to Beaver. Am I leaving the Beaver home? I used the bad words. My daddy said it's all right because Snoozeback said so. Oh, what's the context behind the painting in there? It's just this is just historic different. They're not really picture. This is like a Norman Rockwell. Norman Rockwell. Kind of like the seats I got over in here. Space Kid, what's up? His name is one word, gold. Gold dust is one word. Stardust. Space Kid. Woo! Space Kid in the house. The Space Kid. I'm sorry. The Space Kid in the house. Appreciate it, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Yep, upper towel. People told me Norman Rockwell's were very big time. And I was like, okay, we got some. I'm from the International Space Station. And he has destroyed Elon Musk's. Elon come visit, and the Space Kid's like, get out of my space station. Not Stardust, dadgum. I've already oiled up, Jack. Sorry, brother. I wish I could. Dust, not Stardust. Dust, not Stardust. Gold dust, that's what I said. Big Show dust? You said it wasn't gold dust or Stardust, but dust. Dusty Roads? Oh, looks like a copy of Hercules. What's up, Bali? What's up, brother? I give up, Logan Paul Jr., United States champion. At least in concept. Yep, there you go.
Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show. Back McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. Back McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5
Goldberg. Oh, man, you got me. That was good, buddy. What's up, Time? Be safe in your travels, too, today, my friend. I can agree with you on those. They were pretty good.
Between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear
Bali.
the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Please say, no, we don't say that. Why? Why you want to be racist? Is your mom and daddy cousins? Are you Skippy? I'm Saved by the Bell too. We've got somebody in the Rhino Radio Penitentiary is about to be beat down. Welcome into Rhino Radio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown. Well, come on out of the penalty box. Come on out. We're going to let you guys out into the group. Now you're all in a group together. Which of these after-school TV shows do you watch every day? 21% say He-Man. 45% say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 16% say Transformers, 18% with Thundercats. Thundercats. Ho! One of the best I've ever seen in theaters the past 5 years, which is Doom 2. Really? Space Kid says he's on the International Space Station. We'll welcome him in. He says aliens are using Elon's Starlink satellites. EMO, what's up, Grace? How you doing this morning? Bolly's on with us. Goldberg's on with us as well. All right, let's jump into a couple of stories that don't make sense, that should never make sense. I thought it was 2024, not 1964. Vinegar. I'm not going to say that. We don't do that. Or were you brought up with your mom and dad, cousins? Did they go, we live in a Leave It to Beaver world, and those people, they're different than us. I want you to say it. Sweet Lee says, we don't say those kind of words here, buddy. From the Navajo Nation. Sue says, Ryan's not like that. Bob says, you got the wrong show for that. Second cousins, it's legal. Okay. You must be from one of these states that got hit over the weekend. Tennessee, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Virginia, Arkansas, because you want to keep it the way it used to be. A Virginia information tech firm will be forced to revise its employment policies and pay a civil penalty after it's restricting its eligible candidates to only U.S. born. Now, only U.S. born and white citizens only. What? I reckon they should make the Joker versus Riddler movie. It'd be a real tongue twister. I like that one, Skittles 420. I like that idea. I'm going to bring that up to our movie reviewer in the final period. The U.S. Justice Department and Department of Labor announced agreements last week with Arthur Grand Technology Incorporated after the company violated the Immigration and National Act by posting a job advertisement that was discriminating back in 2023 of March. We only want white people working for us. Like the Klan. Only U.S.-born citizens, white, who are located within 60 miles of Dallas, Texas. It's shameful that in the 21st century, we continue to see employers using whites only and only U.S.-born citizen jobs posting to lock out otherwise eligible job candidates of color, says the Attorney General, Kristen Clark of the Justice Department. Well, let me tell you what it is. They know that people that are not U.S.-born citizens are going to work. They only want somebody to show up so they can sit around and talk about people. All right, we're going to sit in the lunch. We're going to sit around 8 hours a day and not do any work. And we're just going to talk about how terrible the world is. We can go on paid vacations and have all kind of money. But dadgummit, we don't want somebody else working. An investigation was opened into the tech company in May of 2023 after a recruiter based in India posted the advertisement on job website Indeed. The advertisement went viral on social media and made the news cycles. Wow. Round two, go ahead. Can AI clean my bathroom? Well, I wish it could, Space Kid, but you're in outer space. It should be. Should be. Yes, robot can. Well, they're like, we don't want any of these people working for us, buddy. Put on in there, man, U.S. born citizens only, and put white people. Put white people on. Okay, I will, Daddy. That's right. Round two. U.S. flag in that. Oh, is that Is that Logan Paul Jr.? Remember, he's 12 years old now, guys. Is that Jack Swagger? That makes a lot of sense there. You big magpie says he's a freak. What's a freak? Those people that did wrong, or somebody who's like, I want to be for racisms. We got to keep our people. We got to keep it in our family. That's what keeps it pure. People just hate it when you tell them the truth. I mean, like that Kyle Rittenhouse telling the Native Americans to get out of their own country. I mean, I got partial Native American in me, but I got fourth generation Scandinavian, and my parents were never met. But I mean, really? Telling Sweet Leaf and the people of the Navajo Nation to get out of their country? Sweet Leaf, you guys, I'm seeing what you guys are writing there. Some of that I can't say on the radio. But you go ahead, brother. Well, the country's name is his name. USA, America. Mr. America? Space Kid says, my parents are real. There you go. Woo! We keep running them racists off. Well, we can't keep them racists on here, man. They get mad. Got to go back to the Klan meeting and tell everybody this boys talking against us. Now, I didn't have a problem with Kyle Rittenhouse defending people if he was supposedly called to do that out there, but I do have a problem with him saying to Native Americans on X to leave the country. Yeah, that is nonsense, Bolly. People don't understand. In America, we just don't. We have it all good here, even when we don't have as much as everybody else. And we kind of feel that way. Some people kind of feel that way. So I don't want to belittle them for their thoughts, but it is kind of unique. Tennessee family was trapped. An African-American father and his Asian wife and child were trapped in their home by an unhinged neighbor. Breaks down the door, threatens to kill them, and set their house on fire as they watch. His name is David Collins. He's 50 years old from Tennessee. He's up there in Tennessee, boy. Tennessee. Neither one. Don't like either one, the Space Kid. I'm not into men that like children and their daughters. So neither one. Sorry. I hate to say it. RFK Jr. But at least he's never been accused of wanting to date his daughter or anything. Or in the bathtub with her. Anyway, a white naval veteran who looked like Grizzly Adams went over and threatened the family because they'd moved in his area and said, I'll take care of them, boy. You in the wrong band, and you don't mean to be here. Bye-bye, Rob. Who's Rob? Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, Rob. Thank you. Hugh says, show me how to shout me out, shout me out. Hugh says. There you go. Yeah, he run himself in the Tim pool, but we'll never have a official third party, so we got two choices. And I hope I didn't offend the Space Kid by saying neither one of them, but and you can like who you want to like. I don't care if you like Trump or you like Biden. It don't bother me. I'm not one of these people who go, oh my God, you like that person? I'm gonna die. I don't care. Say I'm Chewbacca. You're Chewbacca? Because we got kids in here, Rob. 12-year-old. That's why he said that. Thank you, Bolly, for putting that point in there. But you and me don't like anybody, boss. I'm voting for Luke Skywalker. There you go. Anyway, there's an investigation going in this. African-American man, his wife who's Asian, and their child who's Asian and African-American were trying to be forced out of their home. Hugh says, I'm 18. That's cool. No, there's more than 6 people here, Bolly. There's more than 6 people here. You just don't see all of them. I got to eat, so. I'm going to see more. There ain't nothing but 6 people. Rob wants to make fun. I want to be. Rob, are you part of the Klan or something? Hugh says, I'm 18. He's not a kid. He's 18. See there? Well, we try to be respectful to the youth because one day I'm going to need to be put away and I don't want to be put in a nursing home and all these kids are going to be like, I remember that guy on the radio and on YouTube. We'll make sure he's got a nice home. He respected us when we were on his and told other people to respect us when we were on his show. What's up, Poker Man? Poker Man. Did you have a great poker weekend? I'm tired of this microphone. What's up? Gail, how you doing? Where was that David Collins at? What county? Shelby County. Shelby County. You know where that's at. Yeah, he's going to get thrown out of Tennessee. He's in jail right now. He gets thrown out of Tennessee. And they're like, we don't want them racist some guns up here. Get out of here. No, really? Yeah, they're going to send him to Arkansas. Not Arkansas, Mississippi. I'm going to subscribe. Thank you, brother. The Space Kid says, I like burgers. I love cheeseburgers. What do you like on yours? What is this Asian? I like Chinese and Japanese, Asian, American. Yeah. So, but this guy, he was kind of a weirdo. So, he's like threatening these people's life. He's in jail right now for all of that. And Rob, there's more people on here than you think. Morning from Chicago. Oh, yes, Chicago has some great burgers and deep dish pizza, baby. Sound like Adam Cole there for a minute, didn't I? Chives. Chill till I die. 773. Chicago in the house. What's up, I love Chicago and Illinois. Some radio stations around there I'd like to be on. I got friends in that area. Burger with Coke says, Hugh, have you ever played guitar? Smith. I play drums, just to let you guys know. Hell yeah. Pizza Hut increased prices. Pizza Hut has increased prices. Yeah, but man, you Pizza Hut, Domino's, all that's great pizza. If you want it in a pinch, it's the same thing as getting that out of the freezer. But if you want real pizza, you got to go to Chicago. I like New York and Chicago. I don't compare both of them, but I like Chicago pizza, deep dish. Man, that's a meal, baby. And steak and burgers. Ooh, yeah. Hugh said he plays guitar. Yeah, buddy. Domino's is better. Sly as Chi-Town. Okay, Chi-Town, but no biggie. Shy till I die, 773. Shy till I die, Chi-Town, baby. Chi-Town, there you go. Cool. Yep, CM Punk lives in Chicago. There you go. We're about 10 minutes away from the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to Rhino Radio Penitentiary right here. And it is currently 66 degrees under beautiful sunny skies out there. Rhino Radio Penitentiary time and news time brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Soon, summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Poker Man says, my brother-in-law was in an airboat accident, and he had to be airlifted to the hospital. Oh, 2-inch deep cuts on one side of his body where oh my God, the propeller hit it. Well, in Jesus' name, we pray for our friend Poker Man and his brother-in-law. We hope he gets out of this very soon. God, bring him out. We know he was trying to have fun over the weekend like a normal, everyday person, and accidents do happen. We pray for Poker Man's brother to be healed in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Sorry about that, guys. I have to do that for our friends. Hello, Michelle. Is it Michelle? Keep calm. Hey, please keep calm. Yeah, we will keep calm. Hello, is it Michelle? Michelle? Let's see. Don't spam, bro. That's right, don't spam. Go ahead and respond to us if we responded to you. Let's sing a cowboy song. Cowboy. Do that. Google man airlifted to hospital after airboat accident in South Florida. I will do that during the break. Let me take a short break here, come back. Got a few things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We got sports coming up for you in the next hour and much, much more. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for being a big fan of mine from India. Thank you for being from India as well. We appreciate you. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. Plus, our poll questions up on the feed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Our team is deeply rooted in the community. We take pride in providing personalized service. Come to Southern States Bank. Great service comes naturally. Visit us today or check us out at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 410611.
Shopping for insurance doesn't have to be stressful. I'm Christy, owner of Ellsworth.
No, no boobies. I'm a man. I don't show boobies. I have no boobies.
For home, auto, life, health, and commercial insurance. We're your one-stop shop.
Show your boobies.
www.insurewithellsworth.com 770-755-7053. We look forward
Show your boobies.
Wishbone fried chicken.
You show your boobies. All right, I got to get back up here to
Fish dinners.
my brother.
Through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
Nick Arnold here from Cowboy Force. Cowboy Force is Newton's own addiction recovery support center.
I'm looking it up now, Poker Man. Man airlifted after 2 airboat collided in the Everglades. Oh, man.
Is available on our website at www.cowboyforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott, and I come on Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. bringing the word of God.
Sorry about that, man. You're very welcome about the prayers, brother.
God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct and guide you in His word. So I can tell you, Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. Tune in so your life can be radically changed forever because God's love and care.
I am Apostle Deborah Harris, Pastor Apostle of Kingdom Connected Ministries International at 121 Hillwood Circle, Newnan, Georgia. Presenting Connecting the Kingdom. Connecting kingdom citizens, kingdom businesses, and advancing the kingdom of God in this hour. Join us each Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. with guests who are sharing their faith.
They have not released the official of the crash.
Asking you to tune into Let Go and Let
those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts through discussion, inspirational stories, and contemporary Christian music. So tune in to Let Go and Let God Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE.
Oh, there's a crocodile attacked another man somewhere. Wow. Welcome back into Rhino Radio Penitentiary. What? Fight volley. Wow, we'll watch it. Welcome back into Rhino Radio Penitentiary. We got sports coming up for you next hour. Tell you what's going on. Hold on to this. UFL football, the Stallions losing. The first game of the season, maybe the only game of the season. They're 8-1 on the season, losing to the Brahmas. We'll talk that and much more sports inside the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard in the second half of period number 2. Also, Shane B joins us in the final period with movie reviews, which is why our poll question is, which of these after-school TV shows did you watch every day? 27% say He-Man, 41% Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles taking the top spot. Transformers and Thundercats right now at 16% of the votes. Woo, vote, 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 keep it voting, Folly says. Oh, okay, yeah. Hello to you. How are you today, brother? I hope you're doing well. And a news story was brought to my attention from South Florida. A man is on the road to recovery after a wreck on the water in the Florida Everglades. 2 airboats collided in the middle of alligator-infested water Sunday morning. Investigators said that the crash happened at Max Fish Camp. Officials received a call about the incident just around 10:30 a.m. The owner of the campsite said one of the boats was traveling the wrong way. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. So I went to see him last night in the hospital. He was in good spirits, very happy to be alive. I'm glad to hear that he's doing well, brother. Man, oh man. You guys are pretty great. I'd have been more like, oh no, I'm gonna fall in the water and there's alligators in this thing. I'd be more like, the crash, the alligators. Ooh. Alligators would have been the one thing I'd have been like, ooh. But I'm glad to hear he's doing well. Hi again and again and again, says Hugh. What's up, Hugh? Thank you, Hugh. We can call him Hugh Morris, like the old wrestler. All right, stay tuned. We got a little bit more news for you. We'll dive into a couple of more news stories, including a black bear attack. Remember see the sayings going on around the internet where women would rather have bears than men? Well, we got a black bear attack. We'll talk about that coming up next hour. Before we get into the sports, back in a moment.
This is the Make a Difference Minute. With 6 convenient locations to serve you, Bankston Motorhomes is your local.
Oh, hadn't really got too many to them. Alligators do stink. It's alligator infested water. I'm glad he's doing good, Poker Man. I am. See what we got here.
Or visit one of their 6 convenient locations in Huntsville, Florence, Warrior, Albertville, and Ardmore, Nashville, Tennessee. That's Bankston Motorhomes. On this Make a Difference Minute, I have Emma Gregory, founder of
Florida Panthers game against New York Rangers this day. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. My midday show guy's from Florida. He lives about 45 minutes or less away from where the Panthers play in Florida. Rod Peterson does. And he's in Canada right now this week.
Just that state just came over and embraced me, and I
Thundercats. Oh, there you go.
I jumped. You know, it wouldn't have been.
Got some Mike Tyson news coming up for you guys.
He wasn't on duty, but he did because he was kind and loving, and he really was the hero that I see him as. We are looking into creating a website and maybe even an app that helps put all of the.
We helped raise some funds on Friday for children's program and underprivileged children at one of the churches that are on with us.
That's amazing. I do want that.
I want to thank Noonan for that.
My story and others. But I also
If they want to be thanked.
you know, we were talking about practicality. Someone who is in such a depressed state that they want to kill themselves need more.
What's the difference in someone's life today?
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
SRN News, I'm Tasha Stevens. Some powerful storms in the central and southern U.S. over the Memorial Day holiday weekend killed 20
I do not have any action figures, Logan.
said powerful storms battered the state over the weekend.
Maybe when I was a kid I did, but I don't have any now. There is a toy store downtown here in Noonan. That has all the stuff we're talking about. He-Man, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Thundercats, Popeye the Sailor. I like Popeye the Sailor. Everything you guys talking about watching, they got wrestlers. Logan, Paul Jr., you'd be like amazed the wrestlers they have. Action figures. Went in there, I saw everything from back in the NWO days and WCW to today. We got a toy store here. They got old Nintendos. I've got to get one. I got to get one, an original Nintendo. It has Duck Hunt on it and Super Mario Brothers. Zig, what's up, brother? I eat spinach watching TV, watching him. So you ate your spinach because of Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye, that's what a lot of us kids did. See how much of a good influence Popeye was on us? People say, oh, no. People on the internet and radio and stuff don't have power. A vintage toy. Yes, it is. Well, they sell a lot of new stuff too, but they have a lot of cool items in there. I went in there and I was sitting there seeing how much they were selling these old He-Man action figures for. I was like, oh my gosh, if I'd have had those, I could have brought them in and sold them. I mean, in the package, they're worth way more, but outside the package, you still could get $20 or $30 each. There's a toy store here in Metro Atlanta area, Noonan, called Full Circle. And Logan Paul Jr. asked me if I had any action figures. I said, nope. But I could tell you where they were. Dragon Ball Super Universe Arcade. Woo. And they also have Nintendos, the original Nintendo. Yeah, we're in between talking about toys and cartoons. I know. Hardcore news, Zig. I'm hardcore news stories today. This is off the air right now, though. Hardcore grind hitting news. Talking about video games and cartoons.
Residents of the Western Canadian city of Fort Nelson, British Columbia, were given permission to return home after more than 40 calls.
Okay, so Domino's Perfect Combo includes 2 medium on-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread.
No, I didn't see that when I was in school. Bro, MHL sucks as hell. Yep. If we get any, we can give some. If I can get them to give me some to give away, I definitely will give them away. I might go talk to them about that. You gave me a good idea, Logan Paul Jr. I like for them to let me give away one of the Nintendos. because I would win it.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste.
Gag says, do you want to know how old in a Nintendo is from the 80s? You know how old a Nintendo is? Yes, I do. They've got a bunch of them. Some of them are brand new. So they do retro stuff. I was in there playing it one day. Perfect condition. Pokemon started in 1989, still running. It's got 29. It is 29 this season. 29th season. 29th season. Yep. I could talk to them. That'd be a good idea.
Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Grace Country's a Southern sports talk show. Matt McGee, the armchair quarterbacks.
That's under 64. Came out in the 90s and Nintendo came out in the 80s. Oh, okay.
3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE.
The original Nintendo did come out then. The original Nintendos back were Duck Hunt and what do you call it? Super Mario Brothers. It was a good game. I did not collect Pokemon cards when I was younger, but Bali probably did. There's a good question. What's y'all's favorite games? I know people that did collect them.
Are we headed for a credit crisis in office buildings? It's very interesting to note that we have somewhere between $80 and $280 billion of credit that will have to go and have office buildings.
Here we go.
Next year. That's a huge amount of money.
Super Mario Smash Brothers for Nintendo 64. Woohoo! I love it. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. How can we forget about Pac-Man? Joanne, good morning to you. Joanne Sanchez. Good morning, Joanne. Tell us where you're from. Call of Duty. I can never play that one. That was a good one. Joanne says Donkey Kong. Joanne, you like the original stuff too, like the older versions of us do. Miami, Florida. Woo! 100%. It's beautiful down there in Miami, Florida. Here we go. We sure can have a little quiet on the set because I came to play 50,000 plus of you on the Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud, over the Rhino Radio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and all over the Navajo Nation, across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally across the 99.1 FM WQEE airwaves in Atlanta and Metro Atlanta. We're the home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and much, much more. Go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, and share, please. And you can help a brother out by going to our patreon.com/Rhino Radio. Thank you very much. Good morning to 12 joining us. Pac-Man for our Atari After School. What? 12, there you go. Go back, brother. Also, Joanne Sanchez from down in Miami, Florida. Beautiful, beautiful beaches is joining us this morning. Zig is on with us as well on the YouTube page. Gag is on with us. Talking a little bit of cartoons and games during the break. You listeners out there didn't get to have the fun we do. So if you want behind the scenes fun, come and subscribe to the YouTube page. Early 80s, says 12. Please like, subscribe, and share. That helps out the show a lot. It really does. I came to play. It's been like a half a month watching this or something. Oh, wow. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in for a half a month, checking me out. Hopefully 12 and Gag and Joanna stay with us that long too, or even longer. We got people in here like Gail, who's been on for a few years now, finding 500 different ways to listen to the show, which we got 500 different ways to listen to the show. Logan Paul Jr. wants me to ask Ringside Collectibles to be a sponsor. Yeah, that'd be great. They should be a sponsor. All right. Our poll question this morning, which of these after-school TV shows did you guys watch every day? 30% say He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at 40%, Transformers at 13%, and so far, 17% of the votes with Thundercats. My pick has got to be He-Man. I watched all of them, but He-Man has got to be my pick. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power. Cringer turns from the scary big old cat, pussycat, to a tough battle cat. You guys remember that show? The ones that are remembering the Pac-Man. There you go. All right. How do I get sponsors? Oh, you got to get them calling in. I don't know. I go out and see people and everything for the station and try to get some sponsors for the show as it grows on the YouTube. We already got 50,000 plus listeners here on the Shoutcast, not counting real radio. It's hard to get sponsors. It is. I've been doing it my whole life. So Pac-Man's some good classics also. Woohoo! Joanne, you no longer talking to us? Okay, Joanne, we see how you're going to be. 12 and everybody else is talking. I don't know. If they want to sponsor, I'll take anybody's sponsorship. I had on Friday, we had Tina from Moms for Liberty on the show. So, show's getting pretty big there. So. All right, Mike Tyson fans, Jake Paul fans. One stick and one orange, red button. Yes, Atari. There you go. 12's like, I'm going back to old school. I think they sell some of them at that Full Circle as well. I know they got the old Nintendos. Joanne's like, I don't want to talk to you guys. She's probably still here. She's like, come on, I'm just going to mess with them. Former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson is doing great after he suffered a reported health scare while on a flight on Saturday. The 57-year-old boxer had a medical emergency while aboard a flight from Miami to Los Angeles on Saturday. Tyson, who was scheduled to face social media influencer Jake Paul in an exhibition match in July, was tended to by paramedics who boarded the flight to tend to the boxer. Wow. He had too much fun down there in Miami. Flying back to LA was you guys' fault there. Thankfully, Mr. Tyson is doing great, the boxer's representative said. The spokesperson said that Tyson had been, his ulcer had flared up and became nauseated about 30 minutes before the plane landed in Los Angeles. So he is doing better as we speak. Oh, yeah. No, he's not trying to get out of that fight, by the way, with Jake Paul. And I know this is going to be not liked by the Paul fans out there, but did somebody come and turn the light out there? I'm going to be pulling for Mike Tyson in that exhibition match against Jake Paul. Now, Jake's a cool cat. I wish he'd show up in the WWE with his brother. You can have the Paul brother tag team, and then Junior shows up a few days later and says, I'm tired of you, Uncle Paul and Daddy Paul. I'm taking you both out. So you know how to write some things there? 15 minutes past the hour, ladies and gentlemen. Do you really read DC Comics? I don't, but I've seen them before. Back in the day, I did when I was younger. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is now. It's 15 minutes past the hour, 67 degrees out there, beautiful sunny skies, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by, time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. One of our great sponsors here at the show. Johnny West says Jake Paul actually has the cheat code to get straight to Mike Tyson. What do you think about that? Ah! Well, I think Mike is not somebody you want to deal with. He likes a little hot sauce on his ears. Right, Mike? Come here, Mike. I tell you what, Jake Paul's going to get his butt whooped, Johnny, and I'm going to eat everything. I'm eating both his ears. Forget what I did to Evander. I'm going to bite his ears off, put a little hot sauce on it, and I'm going to throw it in the grill. You got a problem with that? Come on over here, Johnny. All right, calm down, Mike. Don't miss my listeners. 12, there you go. Nintendo sucks, PS sucks, can't repair. Oh, yeah. Did you ever play a game, Cube, where you were young, when you were younger? Because I heard it was consoles at one point. And yep, I played the later on GameCubes. Yep. They're much easier. My generation decided to expand upon all the game stuff because that's what we did when we were growing up. We got to expand it. Have you ever played a dinosaur game when you didn't have internet with your computer when you were younger? Nope. Those are way younger to me. I didn't get the dial-up thing. I was in the 90s when everything was good. Pretty good. Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. Good night, Logan Paul Jr. Have a good night, brother, young man. So there you go. Yeah, I'm going to get you. In some other news, a man allegedly set fire at a New York City subway on a rider. His name was Niall Taylor, 49, was arrested on Saturday after police said he was tossing flammable substances at a 23-year-old in the subway. He just didn't like him. We don't know why he really did that, but he was arrested for it. And P. Diddy is facing not an 8th sexual assault lawsuit. P. Diddy didn't know how to keep his ditty in. He didn't ditty too well. His ditty was everywhere. Oh, man. And a 15-year-old boy is recovering as of yesterday, 5 days after he was attacked by a black bear in a cabin. The young man sustained bruises to his face and arms, but it was much worse. The black bear came through the front door and went towards the boy and attacked him. And that's according to his parents. And, of course, this is the 16th time a black bear has attacked someone in the state of Arizona. You know, they got those memes on there. You know, I'll make fun of everybody, so I'm sorry. Got those memes on there where they're like, we trust bears more than men. This black bear just proved that they're dangerous than most men. Damn black bear, that's something. Them bears. I'll tell you what, I reckon them bears are going to come on down here and do some things. I reckon. Mike Tyson, if 60% of his health it's over. Yep. Some people are just mentally insane and do stupid things. You got that right. About to say, 12 is from New York City. We got somebody from New York City and Miami, Florida. I got to get this radio show on radio stations in those areas. I keep trying to talk to somebody like, look, there's people listening in those areas. Make your station get more money. They like me because I'm not pissing them off. and they can have opinions. What? You mean you let all of your listeners have different opinions? Boy, that's just unthinkable in the media today. You don't tell them what to think. Except for when it comes to black bears, I tell them what to think. I'm just kidding. Hey, boo-boo. Yeah, we don't make fun of people here. We care for each other here. Gag. You're in a safe, one of the most safe spaces ever. Everybody has an opinion here. And doesn't hurt anybody. But, we run off the trolls when they start trying to act a fool because we don't have time for them. But that's not going to build your YouTube page up like it should. Yeah, well, I don't care. I don't care if we don't build it. Which of these after-school TV shows did you guys watch every day? 29% say, hey, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at 41%, Transformers 14%, and Thundercats 16%. Thundercats. Ho! There you go. Taylor fan. I don't know about that. I guess Joanne did leave. She hurt her feelings. I mean, we were being respectful. I wouldn't let anybody. I want Taylor Swift as president, says Molly. You do? Oh. I got some neighbors down the street that would be like, hey, I agree with you. They got a pink flag that says, Taylor Swift making America great again. So we're like, I hate this person. I love that person. Zeke says he don't like Taylor Swift. It's basically what he's saying in his feed. Well, I'm not going to mess with the Swifties, Zig. They are pretty damn dangerous. I'll call out the liberal left anytime. I'll call out the right-wing Nazi nuts. I'll call out the MAGA, but I'm not going to mess with Swifties. I know where to stop. Okay. I know where to stop. If I mess with the Swifties, Zig, it's all right for you to say that. I'm just picking. If I mess with the Swifties, I may not even have the 50,000 people that are listening worldwide. They might get rid of me. Like, oh, really? You said what about Taylor? Whoa. That wasn't me. I was talking about the Nazis. Okay, that's fine. I was talking about the left-wing nuts. That's fine, but don't you dare say anything about Taylor. Oh, man. Sports, why not? I don't listen to Taylor Swift songs. I don't know any of them. I got some listeners that do, though. I listen to more punk rock and heavy metal, so that's sorry. I'm kind of too old school, guys. Sorry. I listen to that old man music, Metallica. So I don't know the hip cool kids. Yes, I did hear about Bill Walton dying. He was a legend in basketball. That's right. NBA and college basketball legend Bill Walton dies at 71 for cancer. He won championships with the Trailblazers and the Boston Celtics. Started his career out in LA with UCLA. He was inducted in the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1993 and went on to be survived by his wife, Laurie, and their 3 sons. So there you go. Yes. Prayers for his family here. Oh, man. And speaking of that, golf champion Grayson Murray dies at 30. Family reveals that he died by suicide. The 30-year-old stepped down Friday from the PGA tournament due to illness, and his family said that there was some other stuff going on. He was struggling with mental health issues, and I guess it reached its point. And if you are struggling, call or text 988 for mental health issues, 988 or 988lifeline.org for free, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Got a couple more minutes before we take a break. Woo! We're going to go inside the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard. Oh, I don't know what's going on, man. All these people fighting over this kicker. I can't remember this guy's name from the Chiefs. He says something, he says something at a Catholic college speech. Women need to get your asses back in the damn kitchen. That was what everybody said. He said. Now he come back and he made it worse on himself. Like, I think this Me Too movement is just terrible, and women should just bear children. Okay, well, if you got enough money to take care of a woman and that's all she has to do, that's fine. Do it. I'm down with that. Ladies, if that's what you want to do it. But in this day and time, it takes two people to pay for a home and everything. Not one person taking care of everything. Not one person, but it takes two. 2024. That's causing inflation. No, it's because of the time, and inflation happened because of the pandemic, and it was going to happen anyway. And they're supposed to raise people's pay, but we're not raising people's pay because we got to keep money in the pockets of those who want to keep money in their pockets. Because they're like, look, my kids and my wife will have never worked a day in their life, so I got to keep money coming into my business. We're talking about CEOs, by the way. Elon Musk got too many kids to take care of. He don't got time to give us money. By the way, most of you guys want to work. My kids and my exes don't want to work. Anyway, there you go. But still, I don't. There's people having problems on both sides. I don't understand. He did make it look like it. Hey, you called out women for their independence, and then Jason Kelsey's wife says she's not a homemaker, but she's at home, and they'll be like, stay at home, Mom, get in the kitchen, woman, make me a sandwich. Just like this guy killing people in Tennessee, just like whites only. I mean, I never thought I'd live in 1964. I must have gotten Marty's time machine, must have gotten Doc's time machine and went back in time. Woo. Wait, women don't cook? Everybody cooks. But, I didn't care what he said at the speeches if they didn't care. But if the nuns sit there and said they felt like it was defensive to them, that's them. He should have, if he was going to mention, hey, you're going to start your life and your career and you'll be able to start a family. And some of you are going to start a family and be happy. Yeah, because all I think he was saying was, from a rich person's point of view, most women that get college degrees end up marrying really well. They've got those college degrees and they start nonprofits in Beverly Hills. And I think that's where he was coming from. But, well, good morning, Cher. How you doing? Hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I did too. But we can't just defend like we're Christians for Catholics and this. People got to stop defending people that say stupid things on either side. Well, I'm a liberal, so everything a liberal says is right. I'm a conservative. Everything a conservative says is right. No, it's not. Sorry. We got two people running that are going to be having a debate in June that I'm going to sit there going, what in the hell is this? Is this Rumper Room? Sorry if I offend anybody. I don't care who you like, whether you like Biden or Trump. That's fine with me. You can like who you want to like. It doesn't bother me, but my opinion is my opinion on that. Uh-oh, somebody's mad. Good morning.
I'm mad.
Who is this? Oh, it's that time. I got to take a break. Hold on. Stay tuned, guys.
One of those disgruntled callers from the old days, the Fred Fox and Bobby Dean friends.
Well, what? Well, you're disgruntled. Why are you disgruntled? Because you don't like because you're mad at Caitlin Clark being a woman in basketball?
No.
Are you mad that the Atlanta Hawks didn't choose you to be their starter and pick Trae Young over you?
No.
All right, back in a moment. We're going inside the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard after this, guys. Good morning, brother. How's it going?
Wow, you were on the air? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I forgot what close time it was. I was going to take a break.
Oh, man. I was like.
And I was thinking, I usually don't get crank call out the last hour to the last 5 or 10 minutes. And I was on here with my listeners, having a good time on the YouTube with them.
Well, I plan on being able to get a shout out to the Fred Fox podcast.
Gig. I have respect for everybody. I don't care if you got a degree or don't have a degree. Degree just helps you get a better job. I got to expand the radio show. I got you guys in Florida, Miami, Florida, and New York watching and everything. One of them there radio stations need to syndicate this show. All right, Joanne, call the local radio station. Tell them in Miami. You 12, tell them in New York. We'll talk about the UFL. We'll talk about the Stallions losing their first game in a long time. And we'll do a playoff updates and stuff and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Hey there, folks. Looking for the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works with multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less when you can have the best? 706-525-5931 and speak to Charmaine, CP Financial top local sales agent. Your peace of mind is just a call away.
Colonel here from Cowley Force. Cowley Force is Newman's own addiction
Oh,
recovery
goodness.
support. We exist to provide recovery support services
Woo-wee.
to individuals and family members.
Let's see if I can pull this
Our
off.
services are no cost, and all our information is available on our
Busy. Short week, busy week, production week. I gotta send out the bill to the bank. Ugh.
Yeah.
I gotta count every spot and stuff. I have to do the traffic on it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my day today. Spending all day making sure it all averages out.
Were you in the office yesterday?
Nope. I just got everybody's stuff in over the weekend.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I did like a Saturday morning show that I sent it to you.
I appreciate that because I got it in on Saturday.
I just figured why not. I figured Memorial Day you'd be out, so
Yep.
I wasn't planning on doing a show Memorial Day.
Yeah, I just decided to take the day off and put the automation on. But Rod had been off a week and he came back live on yesterday, so I didn't have him on. I had one of his replay shows.
Oh.
Yeah, because I wasn't here. I took the day off.
Yeah, rightfully so. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. Because I went out of town this weekend and came back late Sunday. Or we came back late Sunday, so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, now that we are not calling games anymore, I figured I got more time on my hands. But,
There you go. All right, we're getting ready to come on, brother.
all right.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time again. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. It's party time indeed. Friday night is a great night for football, but you know what? So is Saturday night, Thursday, Sunday night, Monday, and especially on Twisted Tuesday mornings around this time. Our guest is always from the Sports Beat. Once again, weekdays from 2 to 3 p.m. He is the host of the Sports Beat weekdays from 2 to 3 p.m. Writer for Chattahoochee Valley Living. He has called games from everywhere from the Chattahoots to the Monsters, to the Lions football, to Rapid soccer, men and women's, to high school baseball, basketball, football, and everything. He is the Fountain City and East Alabama's voice of sports. Please welcome the one, the only. He's a father, he's a son, he's a soldier, and more. Please welcome the one, the only, our good friend, Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Ryan, good morning to you. Great introduction as always.
Thank you.
I always appreciate being on your show, talking sports to your radio audience. Good morning, Newton. I know it is a great day and talking about everything sports related here in the area.
Well, we're going to get into some sports here in just a few moments, but first, I got to get your thoughts on my poll question this morning for our listeners on YouTube. Which of these after-school TV shows did you watch every day? I've got 31% so far saying He-Man, which was the one I watched. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at 40%. Transformers, I love that one too, 13%. And Thundercats at 16%. So your choice between those four, which did you make it home to watch in the afternoons after school, Richard?
Well, in my childhood, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came on Saturday morning. My afternoons were the Disney afternoons, starting with the Gummy Bears, DuckTales.
DuckTales.
True, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck.
I remember.
That was my afternoon. But I'll for your listeners, I'll say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because we're probably used to having it after school, but I'm used to having it Saturday morning.
A lot of people were used to having it Saturday mornings. I watched that too on Saturday mornings. I remember Tailspin. I remember the Disney afternoon. Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. So
forgot about that one. That was a good one.
Love that one. Oh man, we're just thinking about the good old days. And of course, just to let you know, Me TV Tunes is coming out on Me TV. Is going to have an expanded new cartoon network with a lot of those old famous cartoons that you love will be on there, including Speed Racer. If Richard.
Love Speed Racer. That's another good one.
Everybody did. Okay, go again. We're going to win this one. I loved it. All right, let's get into some sports, and we're going to kick it off with some football action and UFL football action over the weekend. We got one more regular season game this weekend before championship games, before conference games, and then the championship game. The Birmingham Stallions lost to the Brahmas 18-9 over the weekend. This is the first loss in a long time for the Birmingham Stallions. What do you think's going through their head today?
Well, it's better to lose a regular season game than to lose in the playoffs. I think that Birmingham needs this. Now all the pressure is off them to go undefeated. It
is. But, I felt like it. I asked the question if they would go undefeated on Friday's show, and most people said they were not. And the Brahmas are a tough task, and they're going to be – that just shows me that they're going to be giving a game to, I think, the Battlehawks and the XFL Conference Championship. And even though we got the Panthers and the Stallions, I still feel like the Stallions are going to go to all the way to the end this year, maybe even win it. But we got one more regular season game this weekend. They got to have their head in that game and everything. And then the Renegades win, I think, their second game of the season, beating the Battlehawks over the weekend. Your thoughts on their kind of down season in the first season of UFL?
Yes, the Arlington Renegades, the defending XFL champions. Well, what can you say?
Yeah.
They ended up getting the win over the Battlehawks. I know the playoffs are already set.
Right.
So that was a good win for them, but we got to remember they won the XFL championship last year with the record. But I think with the playoff clinched, you got Birmingham, Michigan, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Yep.
All going to. By the way, you got 4 more
Yeah, regular.
From the UFL. The conference championship won't be until the week of June 8th and 9th.
Mm-hmm. That's right, next weekend. So this weekend we got one more regular season. And your thoughts on UFL as we conclude this weekend season, and we'll get championships and stuff, talk about that. Your thoughts on the first year of both of them coming together and the expansion of 4 additional teams they're talking about, including some out in LA. First of all, your thoughts on the UFL this season?
Yeah, I think it's been a success.
Me too.
I mean, you take 2 leagues that have success and you put them together. I think that was a brilliant idea because it doesn't like dilute the product. It makes the product better. And I'm all for expansion because I want to see other markets that may not have an NFL team.
Right.
I'd like to see them, do well and get, a sports franchise.
Well, they're talking about, I know Tennessee and Kentucky between there, but they're going out on the West Coast too, talking about Utah, which we know they got a new NHL team. But what part of California? They were talking about part of California that they might use. What part of California?
Sacramento. Bring back the Sacramento Mountain Lions of the old UFL.
There you go. I would love to see a team out there. I want to see them. They're talking about expanding 4 additional teams, I guess, going into next year. That would make, 16 teams total or something like that? You get how many we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 additional teams. That'd be 12 total. We get 4 additional teams, 2 more in the XFL, 2 more in the USFL. So, I mean, I'm looking at it. Florida, they're talking about something down in Florida. I'd like to see a Florida team. I'd like to see a Sacramento team. Orlando, that's what I like to see, yes. Or even anywhere else would be good. Look, I'd like to see.
We bring back some old franchises from the Alliance of American Football, like the San Diego Fleet or the Orlando Apollos. I mean, why can't we bring those franchises back?
Let's do it. Well, I'm sure we'll see some things, man. It's getting to where football is the king. And I'm friends with Coach Moreland with the Peach State Cats, and they're doing very well this season and going into next season, going to be a part of the station next year and everything. Football during spring is just becoming a thing as we prepare for the NFL. And CFL preseason this week was underway. Did you catch any of those games or hear anything of what went on in the CFL this past weekend?
Well, first of all, I did have a good Memorial Day weekend, and I didn't have an opportunity to catch any of the CFL games, but for your Rod Peterson listeners, I know that when it comes to CFL, he is the man.
He is.
He's definitely the man with a plan that knows everything about the CFL. Here's the thing about the CFL. You've got to search for it. Because it doesn't really show up on my news feed. I don't follow any of the teams. And so, it's tough. I got to be honest with you, Ryan. It is tough. I do know that, so I'm looking at week 1 is actually, we have preseason going on. Week 1 actually doesn't start until June 6th.
Right.
The Montreal Alouettes are taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Ooh.
You've got the Saskatchewan Rough Riders taking on the Edmonton Elks.
Yes.
The Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the Calgary Stampeders.
Uh-huh.
And the BC Lions are taking on the Toronto Argonauts. But I had to go on the CFL website, and I don't see anything about preseason. It's kind of crazy, but I know that CFL is definitely coming up. Oh, hey, here we go. Calgary trampled BC 30-6 in preseason win. There you go.
Yep.
So I'm following up on the CFL now. I'll make sure to do my homework and to give your listeners, and especially Rob Peterson listeners, can just listen to if I'm going to talk CFL on my show, they can just continue listening to me after they're done listening to Rob Peterson.
That's what I'm talking about. Expand it. They love some CFL talk. They're hardcore about CFL as we are about the NFL, or about college football. Now, NFL's around the corner. I do want to college football right quick as we prepare for college football and high school football. I know that we'll talk a little bit about Georgia, Alabama Sports Live taking a little break because of the summer, but you guys still going to have some other things going on. We'll get into that in a moment. But let's look ahead to fall with college football action and high school football action. First, college football. What is it looking like on the plains? What do you think Auburn's going to look like this year? Are we going to have a freeze on the plane, or what's going on? A freeze on the plane.
No, I do think, Ryan, that Peyton Thorne is going to be more improved than he was last season.
Right.
I just think a Hugh Freeze team in year 2 has got to be like strides much more improved than from before.
Right.
But Cam Coleman, the central product.
Yep.
He's gonna have a great season. I think that Cam Coleman might just put up ridiculous numbers because this is the number 1 recruit in the state of Alabama, and all
Right.
got him.
That's what I want to hear. That is what I want to hear about Auburn. Let's move over to Bama and right quick, because this is going to be the first season under a new head coach, under a new thought process, of their new coaching staff, without Nick Saban being the man, the face of Bama. What is your thoughts going into this? I know it's going to be hard for the new coaching staff to live up to the legacy of Nick Saban, but what do you think going into this first season? What do you think they got to do, and what is it through Alabama fans this season? Minds.
I think they're going to be fine because they still have Jalen Milroe.
Right.
That right there is enough for Alabama to compete. I mean, yeah, they don't have Caleb Downs anymore. I mean, he's now at Ohio State. But you got to remember, Jalen DeBoer was an elite head coach.
Right.
Took Washington to the national championship. You got to remember that this is not somebody that was like on Nick Saban's staff.
Right.
This was a proven elite head coach. Alabama fans knew this time was going to come. They knew that Nick Saban was going to eventually retire.
Right.
The perfect coach to take over for Nick Saban. And, he's an offensive mind, and he's just, I think that Alabama could just, I don't think that they're ever going to duplicate what Nick Saban did in the early years.
Nope.
But Alabama is going to be in the mix every year. When you have a coach like Jalen DeBoer, they'll be fine.
Sounds good. And before we move on to Kirby Smart and his Bulldogs this season, I want to talk about the Stingers. I want to talk about the Yellow Jackets, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. What are you looking at in the ACC for them this season? Are they looking good? Do you think they're picking some great players to go in this season? Are we going to see the Yellow Jackets compete this year?
Absolutely. They start things off in Dublin, Ireland against Florida State. By the way, a shout out to Bryce Coon and his audience, because when it comes to talking Georgia Tech athletics,
Woohoo, yes.
I don't think there's anybody better in the business than Bryce Coon.
Never has been.
Big shout out to Columbus, Georgia, too. He represents the Fountain City well. Payne's team has just got to continue to improve. I do like what Brent Key has done, is getting some recruits over there to Georgia Tech. But you got to remember that Georgia Tech's expectations, with them competing, they're, I think they need to get at least 8-9 wins. I think that is the expectations. Yeah, at Bobby Dock. That's what Georgia Tech's got to do.
I can see that. Go Yellow Jackets. And Kirby Smart want to bring another championship home to Georgia for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs fans are ecstatic about this coming up season. What does it look like on the field and off the field? Their preseason, their spring game looked good. The black versus the red. It showed the talent on the team, on both sides of the team and all sides of the ball. What are you thinking with the Bulldogs coming up this season?
And again, a big shout out to Jordan D. Hill, a former writer at the Ledger Inquirer.
Right.
When it comes to covering Georgia football, nobody covers it better than Jordan D. Hill.
Right.
So I think that Georgia is championship. Carson Beck is going to be projected overall number 1 draft pick in the 2025 draft. Georgia is loaded this year. And I know with the schedule, they play at Alabama. That's going to be tough.
Right.
But playing Clemson to start the season, that's going to be tough too. Going to Texas, look out.
Ooh.
And Ewers, Texas is one of those sneaky teams that could end up playing again in the college football playoff. How excited is this SEC Media Day is going to be July the 15th through the 19th?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be in Dallas. We'll get a bigger picture during SEC Media Days. Oh, I want to go so bad. I was actually looking at plane tickets to see how much it would cost to fly to Dallas. But that would be probably the most priciest thing I would ever do as a member of the media. And it's not even close. But I think, oh man, we gotta make that happen. we gotta get somebody to sponsor. We'll just do live shows of SEC Media Days as long as we get sponsored, right?
Oh yeah, let's get some sponsors between Columbus and Noonan, and you could just do a live media right here. We'll do it on the radio.
Come on, if you're a sponsor out there, come on, pay for my plane ticket to Dallas.
That's right. We'll contact some guys and see what we can do. That's coming up July. We got a little time. Let's see what we can do, guys. Definitely. So get Richard out there. He'll do live broadcast out there. And then I know Thrift be like, wait a minute, you're not leaving without me.
No, I'll take Thrift.
He's like, you're not leaving without me. Man. Of course not. Well, before I get thoughts on the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, just short thoughts on that before we let you go. High school football, I know you're going to be previewing a lot of this, and you did it on your Friday show. You're going to be previewing a lot in East Alabama, West Georgia, as we head into Football Friday. Is always every Friday on the network here between your show, Rod's, and Braves Country Radio. You guys are always doing some kind of football, and you stick to a lot of cool football. So let's talk about it.
All right, well, in the next couple months, I plan on having the Josh Pate of high school football on my show.
Awesome.
The one, the only John Nelson from GPB Sports.
Woo!
When it comes to high school football in Georgia, he is a walking, talking dictionary. Knows every school, knows where they're located, mascot, colors, probably capacity of the football stadium. Who won the region back in 1971? This guy is incredible.
Yes, he is.
I strive to be like him. I'm sitting there hours and hours, Ryan, going over pretty much every school in the state of Georgia.
I know you are.
Listen, I put a lot of work into Friday's show.
I know you do.
It's 7A. It's going down to 6A.
Mm-hmm.
For your Newman audience, East Coweta is now in 6A.
Mm-hmm.
With majority of the teams that went from 7A to 6A.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Milton, who won the 7A championship,
Right.
goes down to 5A.
Yep.
I mean, and then you got a school like Prince Avenue Christian that goes up to 2A.
2A, there you go.
So it's pretty much exciting. I know everybody is thinking about Juju Lewis and just his athletic ability. He's the number one recruit in the entire nation. I know you do have some Carrollton listeners.
Yes, we do.
Juju Lewis, Woodward Academy, that is the first game. But yeah, high school football, August 18th, the Corky Kell Classic. It's on. You got LaGrange in the Corky Kell Classic.
Woo-hoo!
You got
Rangers.
Callaway in the Corky Kell Classic.
Cavaliers, yes.
It's unbelievable. I can't wait for high school football. Less than 3 months away. And I'm kind of looking at the schedule to see where Georgia Alabama Sports Live could possibly be.
You guys are going to be everywhere this summer. Before we get out of here and tell everybody to follow you and all that good stuff, playoffs, NBA, NHL, your thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Before we let you get out of here, playoffs, NBA, NHL, your thoughts?
Well, Boston Celtics back in the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Mavericks actually close it out tonight, which means we get a total of 8 days between the conference finals and the NBA Finals, which that is way too long to sit on an NBA Finals and do an NBA Finals preview for 8 days. As far as the NHL, I think it's going to be. I really think it's going to be Dallas and the New York Rangers.
Okay.
That would be great for both markets. And how great would that be if the Dallas Stars and the Dallas Mavericks are both in their finals championships?
Yeah, that would be great.
I can't wait.
Sounds good. All right. Well, tell everybody how to follow you and all that good stuff, my friend.
All right, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Sports Richard H. Actually, you can follow me on the X. It's no longer called Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. And also YouTube channel. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to the podcast. I'm found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcast. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. All right, brother. That's awesome as always.
Sir.
Always, always, always fun.
Trying to get this tape working.
There you go. Yeah, we need to see if we really need to sit down and seriously see if we can find some sponsors between here and Columbus and a bunch of them to help sponsor to get you guys out there and do a live broadcast on the station.
Oh yeah, that's our goal.
Well, let's sit down and talk about it and see what we can do.
All right, appreciate it, Ryan.
All right, brother. Talk to you later. All right, bye. What's up, Wishy Washy? There's a lot more people on here, guys. The other day it said 0 were watching, and I was getting 25, 30 people talking on here. I don't know why it knocks it off, but I see a lot more people than you guys do. I don't know why. But I appreciate you guys worried about it not being enough. Thank you. Did I say shut up? Did I say shut up? I didn't mean to say that if I did. I said, what's up is what I meant to say to our friend. There you go. Thank you, Gag Gag. I appreciate that, man. Keep the radio station going. We need to get this person's sponsors, whoever knows, anybody knows to reach out to. That's right. Hey, I definitely want that. That's long term right there. I mean, hey, I take Walmart. We take Walmart and Target. Bud Light, they pay it. We take their money. You guys know that. We take their money. Like them or not, because I don't go to Walmart. Take their money though. 5 a.m. where you're at. Woohoo! I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff.
Each week we'll learn ways to be more sustainable in our everyday lives. We'll discuss exciting environmental news, ways to get involved locally, and we'll hear from women of color who are saving the planet in their own unique ways. Be sure to listen to the Sustainable Brown Girl Radio Show every Thursday at 10 a.m.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said what's up to Wishy Washy that came on. Yeah, hold on. Let me see here. Advice: never trust a radical Muslim. They can kill you no matter how much your personal relationship may be. Say it AM where Gag Gag's at. Thank you, Gag Gag. Where did some of you guys go? I know 12 in New York came off, but Joanna, Miami, she's got to be down there. She's out in the sun. while we're stuck inside.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Newton, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
With SRN News, I'm Keisha Stevens. A series of powerful storms in the central and southern U.S. over the Memorial Day holiday weekend killed at least 23 people. At a news conference, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear said powerful storms battered the state over the weekend.
Communities across Kentucky experienced storms that produced strong winds, multiple tornadoes, hail in some places. The storm knocked out power for thousands of Kentuckians, temporarily shut down numerous roads and interstates, and caused massive damage to homes and businesses.
The destructive storms caused deaths in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kentucky. At least 5 people in Kentucky died from the storms. Louisville resident Jim Martin told WHAS TV that his
Top secret.
daughter-in-law and granddaughter were stuck in a car when the storms hit.
Trees were going down.
Movie reviews are coming up next.
Hot wire came down, got stuck in their wheel well. They made it out, but they had to drive through the grass of the church.
Also at SRNnews.com, authorities say a Massachusetts man claiming to be a woman wearing a wig will be arraigned today on multiple charges, including assault with the intent to murder. Correspondent Jennifer Hayden reports.
Hello. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? It's Tuesday after Memorial Day. Well, I know you were off yesterday, so it was your day off normally, though, right? Keep going up. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. RW went to sleep. Thanks, guys, for asking. All right, what movies did you watch this weekend? Because this new #1 movie, I didn't even know was coming out. Unless you spoke about it last week. And Garfield movie, I didn't know that was coming out this weekend. Oh, okay. I probably didn't remember then. We've talked about a lot of these probably. Yeah. Planet of the Apes went down to #4. What? I figured the Garfield movie would be #1 on Memorial Day weekend to take the kids. I figured all the parents would take the kids to go see that, and if you want to help out Green, that's what I was wanting you to tell me there. Share. Greenfield Relief Fund. All right. Thanks. I will announce that for you. All them tornadoes. All right.
Ready to earn some sweet Southern rewards?
I will appreciate that, share. I'll get that and share that on my radio station Facebook too for people there in Greenfield, Iowa. What's up, Captain Hot Buns? How you doing this morning, buddy? Arizona's really hot. Yeah, The Walking Dead was filmed near me. Yes, wishy-wash. Doc Brown, what's up?
Right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
Hey there, folks. For the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance, look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works with multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less?
You're doing good. You can't complain. Yeah, I remember we used to say that. Can't complain. Nobody will listen anyway. Captain. All right, guys. You guys getting ready? We're going to do our top 10 movies and movie reviews. Get ready.
Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott, and I come on Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. bringing the word of God to bring transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct you in His words. I can tell you, Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. So it's a life can be radically changed forever because God's love and care.
Let's see right here. Uh-oh. Have to call me back. Hello? There you are. You disappeared.
One-stop shop for your insurance needs.
All right, let's see.
770-755-7053. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Thanks for listening to Braves Country right here on the Key. You can catch Braves Country on Braves Country HD. Find us on YouTube today. YouTube.com/Braves Country. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, the Key in Newnan, Georgia.
It's the final period of play on this Twisted Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you joining us there. 50,000 plus of you worldwide right there on what we like to call the Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud. Across the Rhino Radio media page, Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Isles of Canada, we should say. There you go. Good morning to you. And the Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at 99.1 FM, the Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our poll question this morning. It is, which of these after-school TV shows did you guys watch every day? 31% say He-Man, 41% say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 12% say Transformers, and 16% say Thundercats. He-Man, between He-Man and Transformers, they were all good, but He-Man was one of my favorites. Well, please welcome this morning, ladies and gentlemen, our movie reviewer. He's our Siskel. He's our Ebert. He gives 2 thumbs up to movies, shows, and everything on Hulu, Roku, everything out there. If they're good, they get 2 thumbs up. If they're not so good, he gives them the Stone Cold Steve Austin salute, which you guys know what that is. Please welcome our movie reviewer, our good friend Shane B. Good morning, Shane. Good morning, Shane.
Morning.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Oh, we're doing all right.
Sounds like it is. You must have had a good Memorial Day off.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah. I did states.
Hollywood.
You did what?
Not for Hollywood, though.
No, not for Hollywood. No, we'll talk about that in a moment. We'll get the top 10 movies, what's hot, what's not, in just a few. But I'm going to ask you this poll question. Richard picked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles last hour. Which of these after-school TV shows did you watch every day? He-Man, 31% of the votes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 41% of the votes. Transformers, 12% of the votes. Thundercats, 16% of the votes. Of course, there's more that came on, like G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters, Power Rangers, and more. But out of those four, which one did you watch the most after school?
From that list,
Yep.
that would be Ninja Turtles.
I knew it. There you go. I loved He-Man. That was my show every day when I came home. Transformers, G.I. Joe later on in life, and then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Man, I couldn't miss them. So, and I love the Thundercats. So, all of them are good. So, but I figured it would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's the original series, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Where the turtles look like turtles and the rat looked like a rat, and it was good animation. They were built up. Shredder. I know you know this.
There's definitely one cartoon that's been through so many different.
Oh God, yes. We talked about the movie.
It's a little mind-boggling, but it shows the popularity of a franchise.
Yeah,
Of those characters.
it is. It's very popular, and we recently talked about the movie that came out last year and everything. But I know that this is the coolest thing that I always thought was cool was Shredder was Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince, the original, movie show, not the one that's Bel Air that's out now.
Yeah, I would watch those shows basically all the time.
Yeah.
It's like two programs I've seen probably every episode of, and I've never put together.
Yes.
That was Uncle Phil.
Me either. I never even did it either. I'm the same way. Finding out later on, I'm like, what? It really? And of course, he played in many great comedies and movies in the 80s and the 90s, and stuff in the 80s and 90s. And I loved him on that 70s show as Kelso's partner too, because he came in and was a police officer on that show. And so, I never would have thought he was a voice actor for Shredder, but you go back and go, wow, watched both of them many a time. So you just never know. So let's get into it. Let's get into the what's hot and what's not. Hollywood's weekend was a bust on Memorial Day weekend because most people were grilling out steaks, hamburgers, or whatever. Let's talk about it. There's a number one movie. I figured myself the Garfield movie would be number one, but it didn't. It took number 3. So let's talk about this weekend in movies.
Oh, that Garfield had, if I'm not mistaken, it had number 1.
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday.
And then Sunday, Furiosa took over.
Yes, Furiosa.
Barely.
I know, right?
Movies. Didn't watch the Garfield movie.
Nope.
Just was not impressed with what they keep doing with Garfield. With the old school
Right.
cartoon panels on Sunday comics with Jim Davis and
Yep. Otis.
First Garfield cartoon show.
Yes.
Jim did also.
Yep.
And that was my Garfield.
Saturday mornings.
And after that, anything after that, I just didn't bother with.
Well, I tell you what, it's just.
Tell the story of the lasagna eating cat.
Yes. I love it. Always hating Mondays.
And being pouring Irma to Abu Dhabi all the time.
Right. Poor old doggy. Always outsmarting his owner, too. That was the thing about Garfield. Loved it. Loved it. And the cartoon just fit right into that. And the Christmas specials and the Halloween specials. I remember Garfield and Otis going trick-or-treating and going, candy, 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 candy. So
That might be the reason why it's, I would think that's the reason why it's number 2 is because it feels like it's been done so many times.
right.
Furiosa seemed like it had a lot more curiosity.
I think so, yeah.
So we ended up watching Furiosa.
Let's do it. Oh no, that didn't sound good. Oh, that didn't sound good.
Well, just speaking of this Memorial Day box office weekend, this has been the first, this is the worst Memorial Day weekend for the box office since 1995.
Wow.
And that's excluding, that excludes 2020 and 2021.
Right. That don't count. Yep.
Yeah. So before that, 1995. That's not good.
Oh man. I guess people have better things to do this weekend. They actually want to go see family and hang out and barbecue and stuff. And then you also got Roku, Netflix, and Hulu out there, and Peacock and everything. And I can tell you, this weekend also, you had 2 big wrestling shows. You had King and Queen of the Ring from WWE on Saturday afternoon, and then you had AEW's Double or Nothing from Las Vegas. I know that's not going to take a lot out of it, but it probably took a portion of the weekend. So
another new movie that we had slip in the top 10 was never heard this one advertised.
Okay.
Called Sight.
Yeah.
One of these feel-good movies.
Okay.
About an eye doctor who helps this little girl restore her sight. Yeah,
cool.
Those feel-good safe movies.
Yeah, I like that.
But it cracked top 10, beating out Back to Black.
I know. Went down.
Still boggles my mind. This movie is not getting the appreciation it should, but we know why fans.
Yes.
It feels like they're keeping this movie down, but it probably won't get back any higher than it is now.
No, but when it gets out on streaming sites and stuff, there'll probably be people watching it and everything. So, I just look at the weekend box office. Wow. I'm just looking at the weekend box office for Memorial Day weekend. Last year at this time, we had 2 or 3 big movies come out to the Memorial Day weekend last year, and it was just it set big. So I don't know. I mean, let's talk about this number 1 movie that you watched that you're like, ugh. Well, did you get through it, or did you get up and walk out on it, or did you turn it off, or did you decide that you wanted to watch old Back to the Future movies?
We stayed for this one because I had to know
Okay.
if Max was going to do a cameo.
All right.
And
Mad Max.
Kind of. They showed him in the capacity I expect them to. He's just like shown. Doesn't speak, doesn't do anything. It's just kind of. It's weird because it's the same shot that they used at the beginning of Fury Road.
Okay.
On the hill with his car.
Okay.
Looking down on the valley.
Okay.
And it's like just in and out like that. I was like, okay. And funny enough, Max was played by Jacob Tamori, who is Tom Hardy's stunt actor. Done his stunts for Legend, Revenant, Venom 1 and 2. He's also a stunt coordinator. He was a stunt coordinator else.
Right. Wow.
But directed by George Miller.
Okay.
This man has a great resume. You know, did pretty much all of the Mad Max movies.
Right.
There's apparently in production we have Mad Max: The Wasteland, which is supposed to be a sequel to Fury Road. He's directing that too. And surprisingly enough, I didn't know this, George Miller did Happy Feet 1 and 2, a movie about the dancing penguins.
Yeah. Really?
That's a change in tone for you.
Hey, he did it for his kids or grandkids.
But he did the writing on this with Nick LaForce, who wrote Fury Road and acted in Mad Max. And of course, we got Anya Taylor-Joy, who's playing Furiosa through half of the movie. This starts off kind of how I was expecting to shows her at a young age and what she went through.
Right.
She ended up in this persona, and that was a good hour of the movie. After that hour mark, we finally get her as Anya Taylor-Joy's now playing. But young Furiosa was played by Alia Brown.
Okay.
Probably better known as one of the kids in Children of the Corn, the new one.
Oh, okay.
But her trainer / guy that teaches her how to survive is played by Tom Burke.
Okay.
He played Athos in the BBC version of Three Musketeers.
Okay.
Immortal Joe. Now, we couldn't get the original actor back, Hugh Case Bryan, as he passed in 2020. So, Lachie Holm came in to play the role of Immortal Joe. Probably better known from Matrix Revolutions. He was the operator for Jada Pickett's ship.
Okay.
But I really wish that we could have gotten you to come back and play Joe again. Because, fun fact.
Okay.
He was also Toe Cutter, the villain in the original Mad Max movie.
Yes.
When I found out they got him to come back to play a different role, I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And he nailed it. But this,
what is it?
felt like there wasn't, like things were going on. You
Uh-huh.
know, you had your standard formula stuff about the desert chases.
Okay.
Vehicles look great,
Okay, good.
always.
Good.
And we have two bad guys, you know, outside of Immortal Joe. We have Dementis, played by Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, okay.
And Hemsworth was fine. He wasn't too comical, but he did slip some jokes in there. He's a guy on basically a power trip. He was part of the reason for why Furiosa grew the way she did. And he kind of came off like a little forced with his outfit.
Okay.
Of course, he has the long facial hair, the beard.
Right.
He wears a cape constantly.
Oh, my goodness.
One time he had a red cape, and it was just like, and just like the chest plating that he had felt Thorish.
Ah, okay. All right. I see. They wanted to play off on him being Thor. Okay.
Yeah, but essentially, this movie is, it's him and Immortal Joe going back and forth against each other for control over certain places, and Furiosa's just not gonna say she's in the way, but she really doesn't
She's in the way.
She wants her revenge on Chris and wants nothing to do with Immortal Joe.
Okay.
But, ends up working for him anyway, as we see in Fury Road.
Right.
But of course, in that movie, she betrays him by kidnapping his brides, his wives.
Right. Ugh. Wow.
They do show how she lost her arm, which felt lazy.
Right.
Which it did.
Just two.
Movie naturally starts off with girl power. Was expecting that. I was actually expecting a little more of it.
Okay.
Because of on Fury Road, she came from the group that was from the Green Place, and they were all women.
Right.
And when they first showed the Green Place in this movie, there's there's men
Right.
walking around too. So it was like actually more men in that village than I was expecting. But she doesn't really talk throughout the movie. Didn't talk as much as she did in Fury Road. A woman of useful words. The casting, Anya Taylor-Joy's Furiosa, it worked for a bit until we get to, that one part where we see Max, and it's like, that's supposed to be the same scene from Fury Road. Then you got two different looking Furiosas there. And that kind of doesn't add up. And we don't get a solid age on her. She's probably about, the only hint is when she was a kid, she was probably about 10, 12-ish years old, maybe 12.
Okay. Okay.
And as she grows up, when we get to, her grown-up form, it's been 15 years later, and she's past that in dialogue.
Wow.
Solid understanding of what time this is in relation to Fury Road, but given everything, these events were happening at the same time.
Right.
Were happening at the same time. And the movie ends. I don't know why they did this, but as a rule in the credits, they're showing, in between the credits, they're showing scenes from Fury Road.
Huh.
I was like, why are you going to do that? Why would you do that? We know what comes next.
Ah, wow.
But that just goes back to affect the time period.
Right.
Exactly when all this is going down. For the most part, I think this movie should have been streamed on HBO Max.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, the chase scenes were good. Probably the better thing in the movies.
Okay.
They had a different war rig. They had the first version of the war rig. They had two war rigs, actually. Actually, they had three. It was the first one that was, the one that started everything. And then they built a new one that's all shiny and chrome. It's a great looking truck. So it's the rig in most of the movie, and it gets a lot of action. Except for they have some CGI moments where, can't do the stuff practically with the truck. So
Right.
they CGI'd some things, and it just looked kind of rubbery.
Uh-oh.
I think the music was fine.
Okay.
A lot of great stunt work. But in the sense of a behavior movie, if you got 2 hours and 23 minutes to kill.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
This movie had a budget of $168 million.
Woo!
And they haven't made half of that back.
Nope. They did not. They're going to have to stay in that number top 10 for the next few weeks to try to make that back. I don't know if they will. Wow. And with that being said, before we take a break, 31 minutes past the hour, guys. We're 67 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. The question I have is, do we have a movie coming out this weekend that's going to knock them out of the number one spot? Or is there any movies in the top 10 that might pull them out of that top spot?
These two might stay with their, as more people probably have time to go to the movie this weekend.
Uh-huh.
The ones that their Memorial Day to them.
Right.
Probably the what about this movie, Ballerina?
Okay.
Young female assassin who seeks revenge against the people who do what sounds basic, generic, but something.
Sounds about right.
June 7th is probably where we'll get our
All right.
new number. Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
Oh, yeah. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. Woo-hoo.
Fourth movie in this installment, and I just still laughed at how they had that golden opportunity for the fourth movie to call it Bad Boys for Life.
Right.
But wasted it on the third movie.
We did, didn't we? Oh, man. Sounds good. We're going to take a short break, come back. We got more with Shane B right here on movie reviews on what's odd, what's not, all that good stuff. You're tuned in to Rhino Radio Penitentiary. Guys, continue voting on the poll. Which of these after school TV shows did you watch every day? 32% saying He-Man, 40% saying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers at 12%, and Thundercats at 15% of the vote so far. You guys like, subscribe, and share the YouTube page, and come on there. We thank you for being with us. Back in a moment. Woo. Yeah, that's going to take the number one spot in a couple weekends. Everybody wants to see Will Smith and his partner Martin Lawrence, who stays out of public eye.
So the trailers they've done for this movie is just they made a joke of Martin Lawrence and his eating habits now, and what he's owning it though.
Yep. Well, it's good that he's owning it.
A lot of people noticed how chunky he was in the third movie, and now they're just playing it up. He seems to always be snacking, and the trailers are something. Will has to stop him from eating candy and stuff all the time.
Hey,
but, yeah, okay, just own it.
At least he can take it with a grain of salt and not cry about it. So many people would be just like, don't fat shame me, don't do this, don't do that. That hurts my feelings. At least Martin Lawrence is like, well, whatever. You got to give him credit for that now.
He knows he's put on some weight.
Yeah, well, he's an older man. Well, Shane, you can't, when you get older, you start doing that. You can't expect him to be like he was on the Martin show, skinny. Come on. I don't care whether he gains weight or not. Don't bother me. He can still do his movies.
Yeah, he's got his money.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to do a Martin reunion movie. That's what he needs to do. I don't know how many people are still alive from that original series, but all right, we're coming back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're going to talk about what's hot and what's not in just a few moments. 35 minutes past the hour. Still 67 degrees here, time and temperature. We're with Shane B this morning doing movie reviews. Shane, we were talking a little bit about Martin Lawrence and the Bad Boys for Life, as we're going to call it anyway. It's going to be our nickname for it. You're talking about some of the trailers and stuff with Martin Lawrence kind of owning himself. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with those trailers right quick.
Well, essentially the story is their captain, I forget his name, but their captain from all the other movies
Right.
He's passed on, and somebody is trying to tarnish his reputation by basically framing him, saying he was working with drug cartels and stuff.
Oh.
Most of the time he was on the force.
Right.
So, he leaves like a video testament to get Will and Marty to get to the bottom of it and clear his name.
Right.
And during the process, they themselves get set up.
Uh-oh.
So it's all, it looks like it's all going to be a struggle and a fight to clear all their names and get that reputation back.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad premise for
another
Bad Boys movie. I mean, that feels about right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we were talking about how Martin Lawrence is kind of owning his weight right now. I guess people noticed it in the last movie and everything. And you were talking about some of the trailers had Will trying to stop Martin from snacking and stuff.
He's owning it. He knows.
You know.
We're doing the third movie. And it's like, yeah, he's just owning it now. That's good. So they want to have some fun with this movie. But yeah, keep a nice series tone to it. So I'm interested in it. Of course, I've seen all of them, so I've got to see this one.
Of course. And I mean, some of the funniest moments are, I like coming to pick up one of them. Was it Martin's teenage daughter that he was coming to pick up?
He will be returning.
Oh.
He on horses now. I forget which branch.
Awesome.
But yeah, he's still around.
Good.
And Martin makes a snap at him in the trailer. Basically tell him to get off his couch and go get a job. And it's like, I'm a soldier. A lazy soldier or something. I was like, he's not the boy. Leave him alone. More or less doing the father thing. Like, get out of my house.
And of course, Martin is old school. So there you go. Wow. Well, I see that coming out June 7th, probably taking over the top spot and everything. Vince Crank, good morning to you. Noonan, thank you. It is quite a crazy coincidence here on. Let's talk about what's hot and what is not that we need to check out on Hulu, Roku, Netflix, whatever. We get in our stream sites, wherever.
I gotta say, the coolest thing I've seen was this movie came out on the 23rd called The Blue Angels. This is a documentary, I guess you call it a documentary that follows the 2003-2004 class of the Blue Angels.
I love them.
For those who may not know, the Blue Angels are basically the best Navy pilots in the world.
Yes, indeed.
They're an acrobatic stunt team.
Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah, from Pensacola, Florida. When I saw the trailer for this, I had to watch it because as a kid, I've always been obsessed with the Angels. It's directed by Paul Crowder. A couple little things. Did a UFO miniseries, Amazing Journey, the story of the Who. And produced by J.J. Abrams. That worried me a little bit, but J.J. can do some good work sometimes, as long as it's not Star Wars.
Right.
And funny enough, it's an Amazon original, but it's also in theaters and available in IMAX. And this was on the charts last week.
Right.
And since it's no more, I don't see it on the charts anymore. That's probably because they were releasing it in theaters first, and now it's streaming on Amazon. So, hour and 34 minutes.
I'm checking it out.
I would suggest this one because I'm going back myself. Hopefully it'll still be there. I want to go back myself and watch it. There's some great camera work in this. And just the story itself. And, it's not only the best pilots that the military has to offer, but the best crew members.
Yes, they are.
of the year. One Marine plane that was a Marine C-130 that they use as their support crew, carries their equipment around.
Right.
And I really didn't know this. I never looked into it, but these guys, they fly
Right.
every show.
Yep.
I thought that was a fun little fact.
Love it. Yeah.
And each show has, 6 jets at a time. Typically, 4 of them are flying what they call the diamond formation or the Yankee formation also.
Right.
Yankee is their closest formation where they're about 12 inches apart at 400 miles an hour.
Right.
While the other 2 pilots are doing little solo acts or maybe making close passes at each other.
Yes.
So there's always something going on in the sky. So the plane is always doing something. Unfortunately, 28 pilots have died doing this,
Yes, they have.
providing this entertainment. The last one was Captain Jeff Cliss, died during practice in Smyrna, Tennessee in 2016. Candidates must have 3,000 flight hours and have been in command of the tactical jet squadron. But, just not letting anybody.
No, it's an exclusive club. I said it's an exclusive club. When we lived in Pensacola, we went to the Aerial Museum a lot of times, and they were all over town. I mean, it was every time we had a big event on the beach or something, the Blue Angels flew over. When they had the baseball games for the Blue Wahoos. So it was an awesome time to be in a town like that.
Oh, yeah. They made history last year with Lieutenant Amanda Lee becoming the first female Blue Angel.
Yep.
For her first show, March 11th. It's a 5-month training program, and their final maneuver. Oh, I didn't realize this one, but you can watch it, you can feel it. Their final maneuver is their highest one. The G-force is taking at 7 Gs. They fly up together, and then everybody just breaks off. And that's where they hit 7 Gs. They do that before landing.
Right.
So stay awake.
Wow. I tell you what, that's something I'm definitely going to check out. Well, before we let you go, anything else that's hot or not we need to check out?
Well, I did want to say for your cartoon question.
Okay.
Outside of Ninja Turtles, the one I did watch religiously after school was Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I know. I knew that was coming.
In order.
I knew that one was coming from you.
But we do have a new movie on Netflix.
Okay.
The return of. I started watching some of this. I want to go back and finish it.
Okay.
Called Atlas, The Return of Jennifer Lopez.
Uh-oh. J-Lo?
And it automatically caught my attention because it's sci-fi.
Uh-huh.
A modest 2 hours, looks like, but it's basically about AI, the scary truth of what can become of AI getting too smart for its own good. And basically, the guy that plays Shang-Chi in Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings.
Okay.
Marvel's first Asian superhero. I swear there's been other ones, but he was a AI robot developed by, I believe, Jennifer Lopez's mom. So she grew up side by side with this AI robot. He's got a human form. I don't know if you call him a cyborg or an android or whatever. But he was highly advanced, and he is the one that ended up rewriting AI code for robots that made them turn against humanity.
Right.
So it's a movie about him. He escapes.
That sounds interesting.
And is vowed to come back to finish what he started, the destruction of humanity. So it picks up 28 years later, and J-Lo is after growing up with him, she feels like she's the main one that can stop him because she knows him better than anybody.
Right.
That's her mission. And we also get Mark Strong in here from the bad guy in Shazam and played Merlin in Kingsman.
Okay.
Her support guy. That's always nice to see him and stuff. But directed by Brad Pittman, did Rampage, San Andreas, Journey, basically all these rock movies.
Okay. Rock movies. I was watching some of them over the weekend.
So far, it doesn't look too bad. I hope it just continues and doesn't fail at some point or contradict itself. I'm sure it will. It's tricky to do futuristic movies like that with AI, but at the same time, it's kind of easy because you can pretty much have free reign to do what you want to do because these things haven't happened. I'm going to shot.
There you go. Well, sounds good. I'm going to check out some of this stuff. We got a good reports this week. Shane, tell everybody how to follow you and all that good stuff, my friend.
We are 62210 at YouTube. As soon as I can figure out how to record this, I can do a video on this Blue Angels.
Do it, brother. Do it as soon as you can get back in there. I want to see it. All right, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment, guys. More Rhino Radio Penitentiary. We're closing out the show in just a few. Thank you for blowing on the horn there in the Metro Atlanta area, Noonan at 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key. All right, brother, that was good as always. Fun too. Enjoyed having the Blue Angels talk about this morning. All right, man, we'll get to talk again next week. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, yeah. Take care of some things around the house here.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. It's the start of summer, so that means you got to start doing things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get out here in the backyard and sprinkle some snake repellent.
You better do that, or you don't want them coming in there when you have your little visitors. You know, your little puppy dogs that come visit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
All right. Have a good day. All right. We're in Atlanta market, John. Real Radio, WQEE Radio. We're in Noonan, where Fitz Crank. Please still be watching because I got to do the Noonan dance for you. We do a Noonan dance for the Noonanites. I am so glad we got somebody else on from Noonan. No, we're in Georgia. And Cher's in Iowa, where our friends need some help. I'm gonna get all that stuff and put it on there for Greenfield Relief Fund. I'm gonna get that put on the page. What is DL Brothers? We're in Noonan, to parts of Metro Atlanta, too. Noonan! There's a guy called Chris. Oh, really? I got to meet him. Anybody from Georgia's part of the family here. Oh. Nobody that you know. Hi. Nobody that you know is like, hi. This is nobody you know here. Kicking some butt. Welcome back in to 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and more. The very, very best. I do prank calls here too when they call in. The very, very best of sports and talk and everything. Coming up today, following me, it is last hour broadcast sponsored by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue in the Metro Atlanta area of Noonan, with Apostle Deborah Harris from 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. From 11 to 12, it is Passion Life Church with Pastor Terrell Scott from 11 to noon on this Tuesday. The best sports lineup in the business takes you from 12 to 5. It is Rod Peterson Show, NHL, NFL, and CFL radio show. Rod Peterson's back traveling Canada from the Florida area. He's all over from 12 to 2, traveling everywhere all the time. And then from 2 to 3 is the sports beat with Richard Holdridge, and he brings you all the best in sports in Georgia and Alabama and around. 3 to 5, Braves Country Radio with Matt McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. And then 5 p.m., we got the Rick Smith Show. A lot of great sports line up in the evening and overnight and everything. They want to sell Ryan insurance all the time. That's right. So that's our great lineup. Weekdays, we got great programming on the weekend. We mix everything from news, talk, sports, and a little bit of music overnight for all of our wonderful listeners. We are Metro Atlanta's real live radio show all day. Hey, you, what's up, brother? Do you have kids? Yes, stepkids and grandkids that I was actually visited over the weekend. And one of them just 3-year-old turns 3 years old. Twins turn 3 years old. They were all happy to see me. And one of the twins, we have a twin boy and a twin girl. Twins, a girl and a boy. The little twins, he was sad for me to leave. We just went and stayed with him one night. Didn't want me to go. I'm going to check that guy out, the Georgia guy you're talking about. Might have to have him on the show so he can do those crank calls for me. That has spanned my show. I like to expand this show all over Georgia and beyond because we got people in New York, Miami, and everywhere that are listening in Iowa, Idaho, Tennessee. But we got our Noonanites, too. They're going to support it. So if you're a Noonan member, go out and tell everybody at the local radio stations here for live programming. And if you know someone who wants to do a live show, let us know. It's 770-347-9947. Anything from news to sports to women-based programming, inspirational programming, and even some, hey, I want to play some music nobody else is playing. Come talk to me. We do that here. We do that stuff because we are real radio. All right, we're going to close out the poll right quick. Which of these after-school TV shows did you watch every day when you were a youngster? He-Man, 33%. I watched that one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 40%. Transformers, 12%. I watched that one. Thundercats, 15%. I watched all of them. Actually, I watched them all. But He-Man was my favorite. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Well, everybody has their thoughts, John, and things. We don't judge anybody here, even though Christian. Today is the day after Memorial Day, ladies and gentlemen. Last week in May. Can you believe it? All right, it's the 28th day of May. Psalm 73:23, 1 Peter 2:9, Romans 15:13, and Matthew 11:28. From Jesus Listens, this is what she says: treasured Jesus. Help me remember that challenging circumstances come and go. You will stay with me. You're constantly. One of my favorite ways to draw near to you is speak your name. This is a simple prayer, expresses my trust that you are indeed with me and you're taking care of me. The God of hope fills me with all joy and peace as I trust you. No matter how heavy my burdens are, you whisper, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, I'll give you rest. In Jesus' name, amen. That's brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue in Metro Atlanta area. Good morning. Good morning. Hello? 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 Hello, somebody there? Hello, 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 is somebody there? Somebody's stalking me. They're stalking me. No, I don't care. I've been in this business for a long time. Recommend what? It's all good. We don't judge nobody here. We have all kind of people all over the world in here, John. I never got into the Thundercats, but watched all the recommended. There you go. Hey, he's funny. As long as it's not cussing, I can't put him on the air for cussing. But if it's just regular stuff, it's fine. I don't want to spend $1,500 a curse word on this on to the FCC. They like, hey, son, you can be on there in the radio and do your radio thing. Just don't curse. Don't drop them F-bombs and S-bombs like AEW does. Speaking of that, MJF returned over the weekend. Only reason he returned to AEW is because he called WWE and they're like, you can't cuss like that. Dadgummit, gee whiz, golly, I can't drop F-bombs and say things. That's what made my so-called character wonderful. Geely, golly, guy, MJF. F-E-D F and F-E-D that. You don't even say F. If you're good, you don't have to cuss. If you're good, you don't even have to speak. Just ask Abdullah the Butcher. Yeah, John, I wasn't that into Thundercats, but I did watch it. But He-Man was my favorite. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I like all the crossovers. I wanted He-Man and Brave Star to cross over. Brave Star the Cowboy. They were in the same universe. They never did. I wanted Thundercats and He-Man to cross over. He-Man and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We know Ninja Turtles and Batman already crossed over. In the comic book, Superman and He-Man crossed over. I used to love crossovers. They didn't do them as much back in the day as they did today. Unless it was like Dallas and all that. Knots Landing. All you soap opera fans. All right, we're going to take a break. Get out of here. Stay tuned for last hour broadcast with Deborah Harris, sponsored by Union City Church. Then we've got Passion Life Church at 11 a.m. with Pastor Terrell Scott. 12 to 2 p.m. the sport Rod Peterson Show, 12 to 2. Richard Holdridge, the Sports Beat, 2 to 3. And 3 to 5 is Braves Country Radio. And with that being said and done, I'm out of here. I'm done for this Tuesday. I appreciate all of you being on with me. And for those of you who didn't come on today after the day of Memorial Day, forget you too. You didn't come back. I had to take all the day off. Come on, forget you. I'm just kidding. I appreciate everybody and our new Noonan listeners. We are Noonan's radio station and Atlanta's radio station, Georgia's radio station. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. If I don't see you again, a very good night. You have a good one too, brother. Have fun working in the garden. If you got some tomatoes, I'm going to want to get some back in a moment. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, you have a good one. We're going to see you. I'm going to come off, do what I need to do.